The PNP as opposition, some would argue, oppose for opposing's sake. And they have made it 100% clear that they oppose the newly proposed national identification system, citing claims of religious insensitivities.
Why should government put a bill that calls for that person not to be religious in a way that he perceives fit?
And they have even stated that spending $9 billion on an identification system may not necessarily be the best use of resource.
Relative to all the other things that we have read about hospital and the needs that they have, about children who don't have ICU units, relative to all the realities that we have heard, how much of a priority is this?
Now, Andrew recently in Parliament rubbish claims that his administration was the one who had initially initiated the National Identification Program, as well as the strict sanctions to those who did not participate. And of course, he had receipts to prove.
I did not bring that into the office of the Prime Minister. It was already in the office of the Prime Minister from the opposition. All that any concerned Jamaican has to do is just go on the internet, or if you store newspapers, go back, and you will see that the opposition, the then government, supported the bill, said how necessary it was.
Now recently at a town hall meeting, the drama intensified as Andrew tried to answer a question posed by the youths.
So we're being told that we must enroll in it, or in the next 3 years we'll be possibly fined a max of $100,000 and barred from government services and possibly private services as well. The only exception being where there's a threat to health or life or a state of national emergency. Now, I'm deeply concerned about this bill because of the impact on the country.
That was the question asked, and in my opinion, the air became a bit tense. But I implore each and everybody to watch the full-length video to make their own conclusion as to how the Prime Minister responded.
You know what I reject? Do you know what I reject? I reject the view that somehow you have a higher moral authority on this matter than I do. Because I am not here to create a system that is going to deprive Jamaicans of their freedom. And you know what else?
But the bill does.
I am not hiding from consultation. I am here facing the questions. Unlike most, I am facing the questions and answering them.
He answered the question, yes he did, but context and tonal projection matters. It was as if this was some form of campaign rally in the trenches and valleys somewhere, as opposed to answering the youth's legitimate concern. And I wasn't the only one who noticed.
I was taken aback by the way you responded to the question. I felt that you came across too strong, and when I was listening to you, while I was listening to you, I was saying, should I go and ask this gentleman a question? Will he answer me in the same tone that he answered the young man? So, Mr. Prime Minister, I would like for you to, first of all, apologize on the way you responded to the question.
But what really got me boiled was this part right here.
Hold on. The great thing about youth is that we see no boundaries at all. None at all. I think that you possibly could think hard on your comment and suggestion, really, in terms of the implications.
What exactly does that mean? What kind of implication will the youth face as a result of asking the Prime Minister to apologize? This is microaggression in its purest and rawest form, telling the youth pretty much to shut the hell up because he's young and he knows not what he speaks of. Is it too much for a youngster to ask a grown man to apologize the way in which he responded to a question? These politicians, in my opinion, are too emotional and sensitive. How can the youth be wrong for asking the Prime Minister to do what, in my view, is right? But anyway, Facebook, YouTubers, did the young man handle himself well? Should the Prime Minister have apologized? And will you go to the next town hall meeting if and when it's held? Please, I would love to know in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to comment on what your thoughts are about this town hall meeting. I would love to know what you're thinking. Until next time, live free, prosper, and most importantly, walk good now.